What do we have? Let's say we have 27, and we'll add to that 32, and we'll add to that 43. Now notice everything's lined up, column and column, and then we have to add first in the right-hand column. Now remember, in the past lessons, I've already taught you that it's going to make it much easier to add numbers together when you are looking for complements. Remember, complements are those numbers that add together and make 10. If you can just try to remember them, they're going to make things so much easier. Remember, 5 and 5 is 10, 6 and 4 is 10, 7 and 3 is 10, 8 and 2 is 10, and 9 and 1 is 10. It's really just a few to remember. And in this problem, we see right away we have a 7 and a 3, so we know that this makes 10. If you don't remember, just go up from 7, 8, 9, 10. So these make 10. 2 more with 10 there is going to make 12. 12 is a 2-digit number, so we have to put the 2 here and actually carry a 1 to the next column over. So here, let's just start with the 4. You can start at the top if you want, but I'm going to start with the 4 and go up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, just tap it out. Here's 4 going up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so the answer is 10. Now you need to write the number 10 down here, and so you put a 0 in this column and a 1 to this column here. Now you might say, well, wait a minute, you told me that you can't write 2 digits down, you have to carry the 1. Well, you see, yeah, we had a 10 here, and you technically were putting a 0 here and carrying a 1 to the next column over, but the next column has nothing in it, so the 1 just comes down. So the bottom line is, you always carry unless you're at the leftmost column anyway, and then if you have a 2-digit answer, you just write it down. So the answer in this case is 102. And don't worry, we're going to get a lot of practice. Almost every one of these problems is going to behave the same way. Let's say we have 48, and we'll add to that 65, and we'll add to that 76. So first, we look in the right column, and we look for complements, and I don't see anything obvious. But I do know that 6 and 5 make 11. That's what I just remember because I know that 5 plus 5 is 10, but then 5 plus 6 must be 11. So this is 11, and then we go up 8 more from 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We went up 8, and we landed on 19. 19 is a 2-digit number, so we have to put the 9 and actually carry the 1. Now in this column, do you see any complements? 6 and 4 immediately you see as a complement. We know it makes 10. We don't have to tap. You can if you want, but you don't have to because you know it makes 10. So since we have 10 plus this 7 is 17. So you know these all make 17 immediately without any work. One more is 18. Now because you're in the leftmost column, you can put this 8 and just put the 1 right next door and call it a day. And that's your final answer, 189. You can think of this as putting an 8 here and carrying a 1 to the next column, but then there's nothing here, so the 1 just comes right down anyway. So when you're in the leftmost column, you can write your 2-digit answer down. All right, what about our next problem? 74, and we'll add to that 99, and we'll add to that 32. All right, so we don't see any complements, but we have a 9, and we're going to add 4 to it. So we can just tap it out. 10, 11, 12, 13. So these make 13. Then here we have 14, 15. 15 is a 2-digit number, so we'll put a 5 here, and we'll carry a 1. Now, there's many ways to add this, but we know that 7 and 3 make 10. It's a complement, right? So we have 10. Plus the 9 is 19, and 19 plus 1 more is 20. And since we're already over to the left, we'll put a 0 and a 2 right there, and the answer is 205. Now, in this column, there's actually another way to add it. We did the 7 and the 3 because those are complements to make 10, but we could start with the 1 and the 9. That also makes 10. So if you do it that way, here we have 10, plus the 7 is 17, and then adding 3, 18, 19, 20. You get the exact same thing. So, you know, as long as you're doing the correct steps, or you're doing everything with the correct rules, it doesn't matter how you do it. You're going to get the same answer. All right, next problem. Let's say we have 38, and we'll add to that 56, and we'll add to that 75. All right, do we see any complements in the right-hand column? No, I don't. But I remember that 6 plus 5 is 11. How do I know? Because 5 plus 5 is 10, but this is 6 plus 5, so it has to be 11. Let's go up 8 more from 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19 there. 19 is a 2-digit number, so we must carry the 1. Now in this column, we see a 7 and a 3, so we know that makes 10 immediately. We add 5 to 10, we get 15. So this is 15 plus one more is 16. So you see, we didn't really have to do much work. We just write the 16 down there. And the answer there is 169. All right, let's switch colors just to break it up a little bit. What if we have 32, and we'll add to that 47, and we'll add to that 56. And we add these together. So in the right-hand column here, I don't see any obvious complements, so let's just go ahead and add 7, start with 7 and go up 6 more. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we added 6 and we got 13. Now let's go up 2 more, 14, 15. And so we get 15 for this whole column. We can't put both digits down there, so we put a 5 and carry a 1 to the next column. All right, I don't see anything obvious here. So I'm going to go 5 plus 4. I know that's 9. If you don't remember, just start with 5 and go 6, 7, 8, 9, then 10, 11, 12, then 13. So the answer is 13. So you can put the 3, 1. You can carry that 1, drop it down if you want, but the answer you get is 135. All right, now let's try our hand at adding 4 numbers together. What about 13 plus 25 plus 76 plus 89? We're going to add all of these together. Now we look for complements. I don't really see any complements, so instead of doing that, let's just add the 9 and the 6. Now I know that 9 plus 6 must be 15 because 10 plus 6 would be 16, so it's 9 plus 6 must be 15. So here's 15 and 5 more I know makes 20, but if you don't remember that, 15 going up 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That makes 20, then 21, 22, 23. And so the answer you get is 23. So you put the 3 here, but you have to carry a 2 to the next column. This is the first time we've had to carry a number other than 1. Always we've been adding and carrying 1s, but if you have to carry a 2 or a 3 or a 4, it's the same thing. You just carry it, and it lives over here now. So what do we do now? Well, we see we have a 2 and an 8. We know that makes 10 because it's a complement. Those are they add to make 10. Now we have plus 7 is 17. So these numbers together make 17. Then we add this 18. Then we have 19, 20. So the answer is 20. We put a 0 here and a 2, and the answer here is 203. 203. All right, what about 56, and I'll add to that 65, and I'll add to that 77. So we know that 6 plus 5 is 11, and the reason I know that is because 5 plus 5 is 10, so 6 plus 5 must be 11. So 11 going up 7 more is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I went up by 7, and I landed on 18. So the 8 goes here, carry a 1 to the next column. Now we've been doing this a lot. We just said 6 plus 5 is 11, so 5 plus 6 here must be 11. Plus 1 more is 12, so these make 12. Let's go up 7 more from 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And so the answer we get is 19. So we can put these both digits right here for a total answer of 198. 198. All right, let's go ahead and switch back to adding 4 numbers together. 73 plus 28 plus 40 plus 66. Let's add all of these together. Do I see any complements in the right-hand column? Not really. So let's just start with doing 8 going up by 3. 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 here. 0 doesn't do anything, so we have 11. Let's go up 6 more, starting from 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we add all of them together, and we get an answer of 17. So we put a 7 here, and we carry the 1 to the next column because 17 was the answer. Now we look here. Do we see any complements in the left-hand column? Things that add to make 10. We see the 6 and 4. We know that that one makes 10 because 5 plus 5 is 10. So then 6 and 4 must be 10. If you don't remember, just count it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we go up here from 10. We have 12. And then we have 12 plus 7, going up from 12, 7 more. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So all the way to here we have 19. 1 more makes 20. And so 20 goes down here. And so the answer that you get is actually 207. 207. Only 2 more problems. Let's say we have 17, and we'll add to that 45, and we'll add to that 83, and we'll add to that 97. How do we add these? Try the right column. Do we see anything that makes a complement? Well, 7 plus 3 makes 10. We know that that's a complement. So there's 10. Plus 5 more is 15. So up to this point, we have 15. Let's go 7 higher than 15. We count up from 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We went up by 7 and we landed on 22 for the whole column. So we put a 2 here, and we have to now carry a 2 to the next column. Now we look for complements here. There's many different ways to do it, but I see a 9 and a 1. I know this makes 10. But then when I add 8 to it, that's going to be 18. So this one, and this one make 18. Now let's count up. 19, 20, 21, 22. And the only thing left is this. 23, 24. We get 24. So I'll put a 4 here and a 2. And let's do that one more time just to make sure. We have a 10 here. Then with the 8 makes 18. Now let's count up. 19, 20, 21, 22. Then 23, 24. That's why we get 24 for an answer of 242. All right, we only have one last problem. We're going to add these 4 numbers and we'll be done. 21, we'll add to that 62. We'll add to that 45, and we'll add to that 38. Do we have any complements in the right-hand column? Well, we see we have an 8 and we have a 2, so that makes 10 immediately. 10. Then we know plus 5 is 15, so these 3 make 15. 1 more makes 16. So put a 6, carry a 1 to the next column. Do we have any complements in this column? Well, we see we have 6 and 4. Those make 10. It's a complement. Now let's add the 3. That makes 13. So 10 plus 3 is 13. So we have 13 up to here. Let's count up from 13. So 14, 15, then 16. So the answer we get is 16, so we put a 6, 1 right here, and so we get an answer of 166. So we start in the right-hand column. Do we see any complements in the right column? Well, we see a 7 and a 3. We know that that makes 10. And then the 10 plus the 5 is 15. So we know that we actually have 15 for this column, which is a 2-digit number, so we must carry a 1 to the next column. Do we see any complements here? Well, we see a 9 and a 1. This makes 10. 10 here. Now we add the 8, that makes 18. So all the way up to here we have 18. Now let's count up 6 more from 18 going up. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we get an answer of 24 there. So put the 4 right here, the 2 goes right there, and we have 245 is the final answer. Notice that we had a complement here and a complement there, which really helped us in getting the answer accurately, but a little bit faster than just counting it all out. What about 39, and we'll add to that 48, and we'll add to that 76. All right, what is the 9 plus 8 plus 6? Well, we don't have any complements, but I know that 9 plus 8 has to be 17. How do I know that? Because if it was 10 plus 8, it would be 18. But it's 9 plus 8, so it has to be 17. So 17, let's go up 6 more. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we have 23. So we have to put the 3 here and carry the 2 to the next column over. Do we have any complements here? Well, we have a 7 and a 3. That makes 10. Plus the 4 is 14. So here we have 14, and then going up from 14, 15, 16, we have 16 here, which we write down, and the answer is 163. All right, next problem. What about 92? And we'll add to that 81, and we'll add to that 79. Do we have any complements in this column? Well, 9 plus 1 is 10, and then 10 plus 2 is 12. So we put the 2 and carry the 1 to the next column. In this column, we have another complement. 9 plus 1 is 10. So this 10 plus 8 is 18. So all the way down to here, we have 18. So let's start at 18 and go up 7 more. Starting at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we get an answer of 25. So we put the 5 here, we put the 2 here, and the answer is 252. All right, next problem. What about 37? And we'll add to that 29, and we'll add to that 49. All right, so I don't have any complements here, but I know that 9 plus, well, let's do the 9 plus 9. 9 plus 9 has to be 18. How do I know? Because if it was 10 plus 9, it would be 19, but it's not. It's 9 plus 9. So that means it has to be 18. You can count it, of course, and you'll get the same thing. So 18, let's go up 7 more. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we get an answer of 25. So the 5 goes in this column, and we carry a 2 to the next column here. I don't really see any complements in this column, so let's just go ahead and add. 3 plus 2 is 4, 5. So we have 5. Then we have 6, 7. Then we have 8, 9, 10, 11. So we get an answer of 11 there. So we can put a 1 there and a 1 there for an answer of 115. All right, we're about halfway through. What about 42, and we'll add to that 28, and we'll add to that 66. Do we have any complements? Well, 8 plus 2, that's 10. We know that. 10 plus 6 is 16, so it's easy to write a 6 and carry a 1. We didn't have to do too much work. What about this column? Do we have any complements? Well, we have a 6 and a 4. That makes 10. These guys make 10. Plus 2 is 12. So these make 12, plus 1 more is actually 13. So notice there that we get an answer of 136, and we didn't even have to count or tap at all because we had enough complements to really help us find the answer. Now let's switch colors a little bit, and let's go and add 4 numbers together. What if we have 29, and we'll add to that 93, and we'll add to that 37, we'll add to that 55. So how do we handle it? Well, we see a complement right here. 7 plus 3, that's 10. 10 plus 9 has to be 19. So all of these numbers is 19. Let's go up from 19, 5 more. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We get an answer of 24. So we can't write it all down here. We put the 4, we carry a 2 to the next column. Now, what do we do in the next column? You can add it any way you want. I don't see any real complements, but I know that 2 plus 2 is 4. And I know that 9 plus 4 has to be 13. And if you don't remember, just go 9, go up 4 more, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is 13 here. Then we count here 14, 15, 16. And then 16 plus 5 more is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21. If that was a little too fast for you, let's do it one more time. Starting at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And we get 214. Sometimes you get complements to help you, sometimes you don't. Let's take a look at 53, and we'll add to that 78, and we'll add to that 88. Okay, what do we get? Well, I don't see any complements, so let's add 8 plus 8. Just go up from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we get an answer of 16. 8 plus 8 is 16, which makes sense, right? Because 8 plus 8 is the same as 8 times 2, which is 16. We know that already. So 16. Let's go up 17, 18, 19. So 19, we write a 9, carry the 1. How do we add this? Well, I don't see any real complements, so let's just start at the top here. 5 plus 1 is 6. 7 plus 6, let's go start from 7 and go up 6. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So these give us 13. 13 going up 8 more is, counting up, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we get an answer of 21. Which means we put a 1 there and a 2 there for a total answer of 219. So 53 plus 78 plus 88 is 219. All right, let's move back to 4 numbers. 35, and we'll add to that 73, we'll add to that 57, and we'll add to that 62. All right, what do we have? 7 plus 3, that's a complement. We know that's 10. And then we have 5 more, that's 15. So all of these make 15. Now let's go up 16, 17. So we know that we have a 7 and a 1 because 17 is what that column is. So then we see 7 and 3, that's a complement. That makes 10. Plus 1 more is 11. So we have 11 right here. Let's go up 5 more from 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So all the way down here is 16. This is 16. Let's go up 6 more from 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we have 22. And so we put a 2 here, we put a 2 here, and the total answer is 227. All All right, let's switch colors. We only have 2 more problems. What about 39, and we'll add to that 28, and we'll add to that 57, and we'll add to that 73. We're going to start in the right column. We're looking for complements. I see a 7 and a 3. That makes 10. So right away I have 10. And then I add the 8. That's 18 right away. 18, let's go up 9 more from 18. So we have from 18 going up 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 is a 2-digit number. So we put a 7 here and we carry a 2 to the next column. Now how do we add all of this? You can do it different ways, but I see a 7 here, and I also see a 3, so I know that that makes 10. So I have 10 right here, plus 5 is 15. So this and this and this is 15, and now I just add here from 15, 16, 17, then 18, 19, and I have 19. So I put a 9 here and a 1 in front, and the answer is 197. All right, only one more problem. Let's take a look. What do we have? 22 plus 17 plus 38 plus 44. In the right-hand column, I'm looking for complements, things that make 10. I know that 8 and 2 make 10, so right away I know I have 10. And when I add the 7, it's 17. So down here, this is 17 right away. Now going up from 17, 4 more is 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 means I put a 1 down here and I carry a 2 to the next column. Now I don't see any complements here, so I'm just going to tap it out. I'm going to count. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 more is 5. Then 6, 7, 8. Then 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is the answer. And so I put a 2 and a 1 for 12. And so the total answer is 121. So again, when you add 3 or more numbers and you have 2 digits, then you're really going to speed up a lot while still having like really great accuracy and less chance for errors if you look for complements. We had a complement in this problem. We had a complement in this problem. We had, didn't have any complements here, but we had a complement in this problem. So you see, most of the time, probably half of the time, you'll find a complement somewhere, and it will help you speed up without being reckless. I don't want you to speed up and try to get the answer and get the wrong answer. I want you to look for things that you know make 10 because it's a good way to speed up a little bit, but still get the right answer. So I'd like you to practice these yourself. This is part 2 of adding 3 or more 2-digit numbers. Then follow me on to the next lesson. We'll get some more practice with subtraction. Learn anything at mathandscience.com.